Immediately after first impression time, this is like 10 seconds after the gacha video ended, we're back. Time to look at the Lilith. There she is. So again, people already kind of theorized, even when OCs were announced, when her design was shown, that yeah, it's probably Lilith, isn't it? And yes, now 2 years later, more or less exactly, we do know that it is indeed Lilith, okay? So even though I kind of already saw her a bit gameplay-wise and even design aesthetics-wise in OC4, and if you want to see that, look for my full playthrough of the video, like there's a video about it. I am still going to do this full first impression because I don't really know like numbers specifically or anything like that. So yeah, still some stuff to see. All right, let's get her up to speed and we'll see what's up. I like her, you know, positive vibes, and at least this early on. And then she's probably going to turn into more of a mommy character when you see the third ascension, right? Hey, yo. She seems to be enjoying what she's having. All right, first ascension. And I'm pretty sure, again, I've seen all of these ascensions as well. The only thing that's going to be new is the final ascension art, pretty much. But yeah, let's get a nice refresher. And for people that haven't obviously seen all the ascensions. Yeah, yeah, so now it's fully open already. Oh my, yeah. This was also in the announcement we got on stream as well last week. I'm all about it. I like that look. She's got that hint of sadistic nature in those eyes. I like the pointy ears as well. Pointy ears are always nice. They don't even have to be like long elfy ones. Just like these shorter ones that are just pointy, like vampire ones. I don't know what to call these. They're pretty nice. Alright, third ascension. Now we go full Lilith mode. Yeah. You know what this reminds me of actually? Which actually makes perfect sense? This ascension reminds me of Lilith Mon from Digimon. So there's a comparison for you. That's Lilith Mon from Digimon. There's definitely some similarities there. Hey, I'm all about it, dude. Wow, she's got that tiny Liliths or something that also... I didn't know they talked. Alright, FA time. This is gonna be new. And I'm not gonna lie. This time, I think I'm gonna be a bit disappointed if it's not fan service. Because I feel like Fur of All Servants kinda is built around like that. So let's see. If this is tame, I'm gonna be a bit disappointed. Let's see. Okay. I mean, she's definitely laying down. There's little skulls there? Okay, that's a lot of skulls. It's like Salome again. I think it kind of lives up to my expectations, yeah. Oh, she said the line. She's like, you'll take responsibility, right? Looking forward to working with you, master. And then there's a pause, and then she's like, until death as well, of course. This is one of those that you commit to. All right, pretty good stuff. Let's see the battle sprites. First of all, we're gonna see the big one, the mommy one. There it is. Again, I'm pretty sure we've seen all of this because of OC4 as well. Or at least I have. Some of you guys may have not, but... It's like a veil on her lower side, huh? Interesting. Are those her feet, or are they just a part of the leggings or boots or whatever those are? I can't tell, honestly. But, interesting. Okay. This gives me Melt vibes, right? Because you get... there's like the giant sleeves or whatever, and then the spiky boots going on. Yeah, this gives me Melt vibes. Got the hoodie on. You know what this reminds me of, though? This reminds me of Anna, you know, Medusa Lily, right? Because she's fairly short-ish, at least looks to be like that, and the hoodie as well. So, aesthetically, again, not too much new, only the FA for me was really new, but I still, now that I can say my formal opinion, because I only briefly covered her during my playthrough, but yes, I like it. Very good. I think, honestly, if there was going to be a Lilith at FGO, this design makes sense, right? You would expect stuff like this, really. So, yeah, I think visually, it's basically what you would expect from a servant rendition of Lilith. So I don't think anyone's going to complain about that. It's pretty much spot on. So yeah, thumbs up. Now, let's talk gameplay. Oh yeah, we got a spicy one. Again, from what I know, her kit might not be super complicated, crazy, okay? But... it is still a good one for a Berserker. So, as a 5-star Berserker, she's rocking 12.7k attack with no foes, which again, is very good. It's not the highest among the 5-star Berserkers, but again, it's that nice stat line you've come to expect from Berserkers. Now, that leaves her a bit fragile, of course, on the HP side, and being a Berserker, it can be an issue as well, but offensively, you're not really going to be disappointed, at least, on the stats side. So that's good. Deck-wise, we have double arts, double quick. So she's got the more gain C deck, and the MP type is, well, you know my shirt. It's quick, yeah. So she's mostly green, but with a interesting splash of blue there as well. Now, hit counts on the deck. We have 3 on Buster, 4 on Arts, 5 on Quick, and 5 on Extra. And her MP gain is a 0.4, making her Arts cards decent, and her Quick cards also pretty decent. So the gains cards also, especially for a Berserker, not bad at all. They're not as good as Metatron, I want to say, at least on the Arts side, but overall her gains are on the better side of Berserkers, which is cool. So overall, so far, maybe I don't know if I still like her having double Arts over double Buster. Remains to be seen, but at least the numbers themselves are not too shabby. Now let's take a look at the passives next. Not much going on in the passive side either, actually. We just have Madness Enhancement EX for 12% Buster. An amazing passive. Sadly, not the best for her, having only 1 Buster card, which again, maybe would be nicer if she had 2 of them, but oh well. Sadly, a bit wasted. Then she's just got a Divinity B, which is just flat damage equaling to 175. Just, bin that as usual, doesn't really do anything. And then she's got a unique passive. This was a cool one. I remember reading this. I don't know the number. It is Power Mod against Still Living Human trait. And it equals to 10%. Okay, so now I know the number too. Not bad for a permanent passive, I want to say. Still pretty decent, and there's still not a ton of living human servants. From a quick glance at the list, there's maybe like, I want to say like 30 or so, give or take. So it's not the biggest list, but again, she is a Berserker, so that definitely gives her more coverage for that, which is nice. So passives are very tame, not the best. Now, anti-passive, which on her case is crit resistance, is crit resistance against the ruler class, which honestly not a bad case because berserkers can still be brought for rulers, but again it's crit resistance over attack up. So is it that important? You might want to pry out the other appends anyway. Stock MP. So we have a very similar situation first of all compared to the other newly released OC4 servants as well, in that she gets some power mods before damage. She gets anti-lawful and anti-good power mods for 1 turn before damage. So again, it's another twofer, and they all seem to be sharing that anti-good as well, interestingly enough. I think for Lilith at least it makes very much sense. Then does powerful damage against 1 enemy, which happens to be super effective against charmed enemies, which scales with overcharge, of course. So it's like a very similar case to Kama, for instance. Very interesting there. And then she applies a poison, a curse for 3 turns on the target, and also a defense down for 3 turns. Oh, and I forget to mention, she is single target, for those wondering. She is a single target farmer DPS thingy. And then also she does she applies chaotic and evil for 3 turns on the enemy, right? That's what it does. Like they get applied to the enemy. Yeah, both chaotic and evil as separate trait thingies are applied to the enemy as well afterwards. So there you go. It definitely does a lot. The dots are like the whatever burger, but the others are either very cool or can have some interesting use cases as well. So numbers wise, we have 30% each for the power mods before damage. And again, they can coexist because lawful and good are on different sides of the alignment tree. And again, being a berserker gives her definitely some very real potential to hit lawful good targets regularly. So if you activate both, that's actually really good. 1, you get a decent damage boost, but 2 is already very solid. The poison and the curse are 1k damage each for 3 turns, flat, no scaling. 20% defense down for 3 turns, no scaling. It is after damage, but still can offer some ramp up against bosses. And then the super effective for charm is 150 to 200, the standard super effective range on overcharge, which again is pretty good because she also, spoiler alert, she does have a 1 charm of her own, which is very nice. It's also a 9-hitter, so you might get a little bit of refund, but also some stars from using it too. So honestly, it's a nice MP. I like it. Again, especially because she's a berserker. If she was like, let's say, a caster or something, I'd be like, maybe a bit mixed value. But again, considering she has so much coverage, I like that she's got all of this, uniqueness going on with these different niches. And the applying chaotic and evil can have some cool supporting, uses as well for your teammates potentially. So yeah, it's a nice MP, honestly. I like it. Now let's see skills next. So we have a charm icon, first of all. Again, probably not surprising, especially what I just said. So yeah, let's see. Very simple skill. Applies a charm to one enemy for 1 turn. And then she gets, or also applies a crit resistance down for 3 turns on the target. And then you get stars from using this as a bomb. So again, this is the same as Kazura drop, right? I think, right? It's the same effect where it amplifies crits, not just damage, but gain. So it's basically a rainbow effectiveness for crits, which is very cool, actually. I like that they're doing this more now because Kazura was like the only one who had this particular version of this effect. So now it's a bit more widespread. Granted, it is single target, but it's still 3 turns. So that's pretty cool. Now, this is on a 6-turn cooldown. So there is actually a 150% chance to charm flat. You don't even have to level that up, actually. That's very cool. I didn't know she had such a nice chance to land the charm, because again, I didn't see these numbers, but that's good. Okay, so unless the enemy is immune, they have a hard time resisting that charm. Then it's a 50% crit resistance down for 3 turns. Very good. Again, it's like the same as Kazura, but it is single target, but still, it's fine because she's single target herself. And you get 30 stars on use on Max Frank. Very good, actually. Again, very good synergy for the crit resistance down as well. So honestly, despite only having 3 effects, I like it. It's gonna not only amplify her MP damage for that turn you use it on, it's also great for the follow-up turns because of the crit resistance down. So basic, but yes, very good. Can be used for farming, can be used for bosses. Is good. Second skill, we got the main card types of blue and green. So self, quick, and arts up for 3 turns, and also she gets an evasion for 2 hits, 3 turns. Again, it's basic, but let's see numbers. This is on a 6-turn cooldown. 30% for the card types, and there you go. I do like the skill though. Yes, it's basic, but I like that she has that a bit more flexible defense there as well, because again, she is a quick berserker, so she could be a bit susceptible for, you know, being taken down fast if she doesn't have any hard defense. But yeah, with this, boom, there's a bit of hard defense. Great. Now, I probably would have preferred an invul, not gonna lie, because, you know, Scotty tends to be a good teammate for quick boss killers, and she offers an evasion, of course. But still, it's very nice that she has some form of hard survival. So simple, but it works. And then we have a Invul Pierce icon, okay. So she gets an Invul Pierce for 3 turns, attack up for 3 turns, an MP battery, and then as a demerit she gets mental debuff resistance down for 3 turns. Now numbers, on a 6-turn cooldown, she gets 30% attack and a 50% battery, and the mental debuff rest down is 30%, so it's not that big of a deal. It's mostly negligible as a demerit, but yeah, this is a 50% battery. So again, this is why she will be useful in farming sometimes. Now granted, she doesn't really help her teammates too much unless you're going for some kind of a face card compound farming as well to utilize that crit resistance down. Otherwise, she's basically fully selfish. Or I guess you could maybe utilize the chaotic and evil she applies, so there could be another case there. But honestly, even as a fairly selfish DPS, I still feel like she will have uses in farming as well because of her. She can basically make her own super effective work. Like, let's say like you're doing 90++, the last enemy, you can charm them and they happen to be lawful and good at the same time. At that point, her damage will skyrocket. She will do a crazy amount of damage for anyone that can be charmed and who's lawful and good. Couple that with her high attack and decent buffs from her own side as well. The only thing that she's kind of missing is MP damage, but regardless, it's like, because it's in the same category as power mods, right? So it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, so she actually has some really nice potential, and that's just for farming. Farming is going to be decent to good, or maybe so very good sometimes, but honestly, I want to see her boss potential. I think her boss potential is going to be even better because she kind of has all the tools that she needs. She got some utility in the form of Invul Pierce, anti-traits. She's got that hard survival, self-sufficient damage buffs, high stats. This is one of those cases where I think, yes, she's basic, but she's still going to be amazing. This honestly could even be an EX tier servant. She very well could be top tier. So, next up, I'm gonna put sub-levels into these skills and we'll take her for a spin for sub-animation. Let's go. Alright, sub-skill animation. Ooh, lounging on the scissors. A bit scary, but, you know, she's a professional, I guess. She can split them too for 2 separate blades. Pretty cool. She has the apple. Man, that's gotta hurt, landing with the scissors. And then she can multiply them too for a wheel. There's the split. The cross slasher too. Then she makes a tornado with giant scissors that chop ya. New music, of course. Oh, there you can see it is covered, yeah. Yep. How did they make her raise her arm too, just to get a bit more bonus there, of course. Alright, let's see the other quick animation. There it is. So she puts them on their legs and then kind of stomps the enemy. Throw the apple. And she rides the scissors. Does she have 3 quick or arts animations? I think there's been 3 already. There's a new buster. Big chomp. It like opens the rifts. In fact, I don't think I've really seen these because you couldn't really control third ascension, right? Flashy. There's a lot of dark stuff with her colors. That's pretty cute. So again, she's got her tiny familiar thingies. I'm not sure what those are supposed to be, but yeah, they're definitely a part of her. And they even have their own voice. They're her children. Yeah, of course. And the feathers come off. She still dives with the legs. Oh, the kids attack. Wow, did she just like crack the neck and then a huge thing came out? Oh. She kind of seems to be like holy energy almost, which is funny. Damn, that's a long extra attack actually. Oh, this is different though. Oh, damn, it's like a big slash. Oh, there they are again. Beep. Yep. The snake indeed, yeah. Oh. She's got some Tiamat stuff going on with the law. Oh, another new one. Damn, it's a crazy snake. Again, there's like 3 different arts animations. Wow. Damn. So there you go. There's Lilith. I'm not disappointed. Is she basic gameplay-wise? Yeah, but does that still matter? Not really. I still think she's going to be very applicable for both bosses and farming. Her role in farming might be a bit contested. There's a lot of similar servants for that, you know, single attack at big nukes, but, you know, if you're going to go for a big copy of her, she's still going to work totally fine there too. And for bosses, I think she's going to be even better. So yeah, I think she's already going to be very good, if not top tier. We'll see. But at the very least, a very good servant, and also hot as hell. Come on, man. So that'll do it for my first impression of Lilith. If you enjoyed this video, press the thumbs up button, okay? It really helps out, of course. And do subscribe not to miss out on future videos, because for today we still have one more video, a surprise one, something I didn't know was coming as well. We have a buff coming, and it is an interesting servant, so you'll see what I mean. You probably already heard about it, but yeah, stay tuned for that. Shout out to my patrons on the screen right now, and Suit for being a big YouTube tier member supporter. And otherwise, good luck if you're subbing for her, and see you in the next video. Bye.